I am going to take the next however long it takes, I guess. My estimate is this will take about 45 minutes to go through and install a web application using Google Apps Script. For this case, it is for Afferent Signal uh, to Afferent Signal and 207 Analytics, in which case to present uh, something to them. Um, the idea basically, I had to go ahead and put something together to describe something. Uh, and as I was writing it all up, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to be presenting it in person tomorrow anyway, so um, how do I want to present it? And I was gonna just, have a PDF to send out beforehand. That's how I like to present things, give material beforehand to let them absorb it as they will beforehand if they want to, and if they don't, they have that as a reference, or I give them another one. In any case, the this format of presenting, I was like gonna give out that piece of material. Uh, but then I was like, well, what if I just make a web app using the process that I'm describing uh, along the way? But anyway, it's enough talk from me. About the project, let's get into actually doing it. So, actually, one other thing, I'm sending this out to the two people um, uh, to before the project. This is my material before, and what it is installation package so they can set this up and see the presentation that is the development. So let's see how it goes. Um, I have not tested it yet, and this is what this is all about, and to walk through how it works. So before this is what I'm gonna work with. Uh, this was, except for this, everything here and up was put together today using Perplexity AI, and using a method that I've come to be pretty comfortable with. Um, I basically run it through processes incrementally. It's been a pretty successful methodology that I've trusted the results with minimal review at this point. This is the first time I'm going through pretty much no review uh, because the intention was for the AI to use the documents it created to create the next documents. So as long as I could start the chain off correctly, then uh, it worked out. So let's find out. So it produced this zip file. This has everything that we need to create it. And it should have the implementation guide included, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Put it on desktop. So, as a user, I am extracting to my desktop the zip file, which is someplace. Well, we know it's in the desktop folder, hopefully. Oh, there. Did it not extract? Oh, my bad. There were uh, there were folders in the zip file. I forgot about that. So if we look at the zip file itself, open it up, and you see these are folders. So that's why. And within the folders is all the files. So we have our folder. authors. These three. Should be this. Presentation. So call up presentation. There we go. All right. So we've got our pseudocode. So first I have it create pseudocode. And pseudocode is basically just the code, uh, but written out in plain English so that a developer can read this and say, okay, this is what we need to do. It's not actual code. It's just basically the structure for the code. So that's what pseudocode is. And then AI will take the pseudocode and generate the actual code. So this is all code that's to be used for our project here. It's commented heavily so that a developer can jump in and read that right away. And then phase 3 is the implementation guide. Okay, so this will if we open this up, this will walk us through building it. I know I've already read through this just to verify that it all um, works well, or it all makes sense at least. So I'm not going to follow it step by step. As I read it, it follows the process that I would expect it to follow. It explains it a lot better than I expected it to explain. So I'm going to forego that. So that may affect the time that it takes to do this. But if you want to factor in some more time, if you're trying to figure out how long it might take, consider that. So we have the actual code here. Good. We need that. We also need to open Google Apps. Let's give this a little more space. Make sure that we're in the Google account that we want to use to launch this stuff from. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but in my case, I want to be using this account, so I will use it. So once you're sure you're logged into that, go to script.google.com and you'll see that I am not logged into it with the right account because I'm logged in under several accounts. So, all right, so now we're in a new project screen, or my project screen. We start a new project, and that's okay. And so now all we got to do is make these files in here and copy the code that is in these files into here for each of the files. So we've got code.js, and the underscore indicates a period for the dot, because you can't have that in the file name without causing issues sometimes. So we've got code.js already made. We want to make one for each of the other ones. All of the other ones are HTML files. So we want to make sure that each one is named appropriately. We don't have to put the extension at the end. It does that automatically. By named appropriately, these are capital letter first, so it has to match that. for the code to work. Script slides. And styles. All right. So we'll start with our code because we've got that there. We're going to replace everything in here with whatever is in here. So we're going to copy all of that and paste it. And then we save. And to save, it's just Control S. There's a save project button here, but Control S is the keyboard shortcut. So code.gs is in there. Let's go to index now. Save. 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 All right. So now that it's all saved, we need to deploy first. So we do new deployment, and we're going to select a web app. We're going to describe this presentation. And execute is me, who has access, anyone. If you have it for anyone, that means it's public. Anybody can access from anywhere. The other options are only myself, which means only you with your Google account can do that. Anyone within Afferent, in this case, this is through a Google workspace, so anybody in this workspace, anyone with Google account, that requires a login, same as all the other two. And they have to have a Google account to log in. And then, but we are selecting anyone. So we'll hit deploy. Now we're going to hit with the security or an authorized access. Then we're going to hit with the security. Select all. Continue. All right, so now we have our web app URL, and let's copy that. We still don't know if it works, so we'll see. All right, so we got that copied, done. First, though, we need to go to code.gs, and there's a boot app. So what this boot app is going to do is the application receives data and captures data. This boot app will create the Google Sheets file that will act as the database for this, which is accessible and tied to your account. So it's all interwoven together. So boot app, and then we run. Okay, so we've got the spreadsheet created. You can see this is a link to it. It's the information telling us, okay, boot app, all 4 sheets created. We can go to this link to open the spreadsheet. Just to show you that it goes right in, we'll go to the sheets from here. And then we should see, there we go, 207 Analytics presentation data. And we should see some tabs created with, there we go, presentation config, audience poll, intake submissions, all that. Perfect. So, close that. Come back in here. Now, we're going to find out if it actually worked. So, we're going to open a new tab. We have our URL copied. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Well, we don't know yet. But as far as the look goes, so far it's perfect. We got a session ID up in there. What's this? I don't. Oh, 207 and Afferent Signal, because 207 Analytix is the company that is uh, supporting Afferent Signal in this case. So, see, we had a button to begin presentation. So, big looks like a slideshow basically. We'll begin. Nice. Oh, this is beautiful. And I didn't do any sort of customization regarding the color format or the tone. um, and it's something that we could do. One thing to note, this code is, let's see, this probably has CSS in the script, maybe, or in the index, maybe not. Oh, it's gotta be here. Scripts. CSS up here. Come on. Slides. There we go. I think the CSS is in line. Yeah. Oop. Oh. Excuse me. All right. Well, the point I was trying to make, though, is that you can format that as any way you want to, or give it to somebody else to do. Okay, so this is where it gets cool. All right, so which analyst try to produce option to vote? Let's say cross category. Hey, so hit next. Okay, so we got to fix this. Um, at a certain point in time, I would have like run it through AI to do this, but I think at this stage now, where the code's all done, we got this clean of a thing. This is a good point to hand it off to a human developer and say, hey, just fix up these things, add on what I need to do, blah blah blah. Um, this is to me a finished product, quote unquote, or at least finished to the extent of functionality. So let's see, it's submissions go to Google Sheets, sure. Organization name, you go. All right. We'll say YRX. I can't spell. Organization type. Let's say I'm other. Sure. Mm, let's say yeah, promotional effectiveness. Flexible. A music producer. Submit intake request. Sweet. Ah, it even personalizes it. The responsibilities. This is beautiful. I'm not gonna try to downplay this at all. I love this. This is so. All the information that's in here is a document that I wrote just before putting it together. Where is it? Where you at, Nog? I think I closed it. I closed it because I didn't want it shown for whatever reason. I don't know why. Where did I save it though? Oh. This one. So I wrote all this, and then it took all that and put it all into this whole presentation. This is amazing. All right. Hmm. What does that do? Oh, okay, so this is a place where if you have if you have API key for Gemini, you can use that or any API key for AI LLM, and you can plug it into that. It's in the instructions as to like how to update it. So it's if you want to. That's pretty cool. And then if you click it and it doesn't does it says summary unavailable because it's not there, but it's all called out here. This is neat. Next. Yeah. Okay, and this actually well. Oh, I see. This is in the customer from the customer point of view. That's it. Well, damn. I gotta say, I am impressed with that. It turned out. I mean, I expected it to turn out good, but that's the first time I've run it uh, from front to back and just said, "All right, I'm gonna trust it." And it produced a really good result. Again, I think it's a good use of AI as a tool to bring you as far as this, and that gives it a vision. You shape the vision at the beginning. AI puts it together as it is interpreted, and then you can hand that off to a human developer, and they can convert it to a different web stack. They can do whatever they need to do with it. But there's a lot of value in it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, yeah, mission accomplished, and in 24 minutes, so half the time I said, this is great. This is great.